I'm just reading this report on the Telegraph where a young woman in Ukraine has allegedly posted pictures using mascara looted from the crash site. And the woman's name is Yekaterina Parkhomenko, as you can see. And I just wonder, essentially the news report is that, mascara from one of the passengers on the MH17 flight, among a lot of all the stuff which had been found over there, which had essentially been looted. So this is from one of the passengers, and she uploads pictures onto Instagram with the caption, "Mascara from Amsterdam, to be precise, from the field." Well, you understand. So essentially, from the debris of the crash. And this is the woman in question. Clearly quite a pretty lady, at least by her face, but then a really, really evil heart, as one can see. There's a name, the Y is missing here, so Yekaterina becomes Ekaterina Parkhomenko. And this is a report by Tom Parfit in Moscow. And it's so shameful, and this is a young woman in eastern Ukraine has provoked outrage, quite understandably. And she uploaded, here you can see, because on Instagram I looked up, her account has already been deleted, but this is the mascara which she looted, and this is her picture wearing the mascara. This is another selfie she's taking with the mascara having, she's put on. And these are some of the people who've responded, and again you can see some of the responses to her pictures. And she's holding the Catrice cosmetic, and it's clearly quite genuine. And here you can see that she got it from a looter acquaintance. And the woman, who apparently lives in the village of Torres near the crash site and employed the username Zolotsaya, defended her action, saying, "I'm a separatist, and after the recent events, everything Ukrainian makes me feel sick and really infuriated. And good thing you're not eating up the in-flight food," one respondent said. And to which she replied, "Do you want me to send you some food too, and underwear and feces? Probably they've got these stuff, looted as well." So my comment is that, where is dignity? Where is humanity? Have we lost all this? I mean, where are we headed as a human society? No dignity even for the dead. First of all, you shoot down a plane like this, and then after that you're actually looting up stuff which belongs to the dead people. No respect for those who've died. It's just shameful. And here at the end we're seeing the family of one British victim said yesterday they had cancelled his credit card. So imagine they're having to do this because credit cards are being looted from the crash site and then being misused. And then Mr. Mark Rutte, the Dutch Prime Minister, quite rightfully said he was shocked at the pictures of utterly disrespectful behavior at this tragic spot. Ukraine government officials claim that terrorist death hunters were collecting victims' cash and jewelry, while Telegraph correspondents saw empty wallets and open purses strewn on the ground. It's just beyond shameful, and I don't know where we are headed as humanity. And I just want to go back to the Telegraph post from which I actually got this. There's one Ukrainian lady, so which is something I appreciate, because clearly shows that this is not the the thought of every Ukrainian, but rather the eastern Ukrainian portion, which is kind of separating from the remaining Ukraine. So this is a lady called Oksana Zana. "What a disgrace. I'm Ukrainian, and I feel ashamed that because of Eastern Ukrainians' washed up brains by Russian propaganda, the world judges my country." This is exactly what is happening. We are judging Ukraine as a whole. I know that the country is grieving the recent tragedy, deeply combined with own tragedies. Hundreds were killed from the hands of Russian separatists closer to the Russian border. This would never happen in western or even central part of Ukraine. So what I get from this lady's post is that it's not that the whole of Ukraine is like this, or the whole of Ukraine thinks like this, but then there are some really, really evil people, at least in the eastern part of Ukraine, and that Russian propaganda and Russian people, or at least the Russian administration, is quite likely responsible for these events unfolding, including the shooting down of MH17. It's just beyond shameful. I just don't understand that where we are headed as a society, and what kind of, no respect even for the dead. First of all, you shoot down a plane like this, which itself is beyond shameful, and then you resort to these kind of activities. I'll just go back to the Telegraph page, and this is what is happening. This is so shameful. I'm so disappointed. So this once again is the shameful or shameless young woman who steals mascara from Amsterdam, in essentially from one of the victims. So just wanted to post this, and this is beyond shameful.